This is the Finesse Media Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Finesse Media Podcast, Season 5. Our next guest is from S.H.I.N.E. S.H.I.N.E is an acronym that stands for Sisters Helping in Neighborhoods Everywhere. The organization was started in 2015 by 3 women who believed that unity among women population was needed in order to build an everlasting progression. During the beginning years, it targeted adult women. S.H.I.N.E then created a 6-month continuous curriculum that focused on self-awareness through community involvement and higher education. As I promised to you, each and every week, I'm going to bring you something brand new. But this week, I have someone brand new. Welcome to the podcast for the first time, Tierra House.
On this episode of the Finesse Media Podcast, Season 5, I'm your host, Ken Finesse Media, and I'm back with another episode. And again, as I mentioned to you each week, I'm bringing you something brand new, but more importantly, I'm bringing you someone brand new. And this week, rocking out with me, we're kicking December off, talking all things HBCU, and we're going to make it shine with the CEO and founder of S.H.I.N.E, and we just told you what it means and what it stands for. So she's joining us for the first time, and I said to you, she's my first cousin. We keeping that DNA alive. Welcome to the podcast for the first time. The CEO and founder, once again, of S.H.I.N.E Girls Group. Make some noise for Tierra House. What's up, cuz?
Yes, what's up, cousin?
Listen, I'm so excited to talk to you. As I said, HBCU, everybody who follow me know I am an HBCU alumni. I breathe, live, and think HBCU. And I know we got to talk about S.H.I.N.E and how it all started, but I kind of want to jump right into this HBCU tour.
Yes.
Come on, man.
The HBCU tour.
Unfortunately,
I did not attend an HBCU.
No, you didn't, but we're going to get into this tour.
Passionate. Yes, I'm so passionate about HBCUs. I think, especially coming from Minnesota, a lot of our schools are predominantly white schools, and a lot of our kids, they don't see a lot of people that look like them teaching them. So I have been an educator for the last 2016, 2015, when I first started in education. Of course, we started S.H.I.N.E Girls Group at the school I worked at in 2019. And this is the HBCU tour, is something that we've been trying to put together literally since 2019. We've been trying to partner with the district and, of course, you know, all the red tape. So we were finally able to make it happen without the district, just with S.H.I.N.E, with the parents, with the community, and with the girls. I know I went on my first HBCU tour when I was 16, and I know how powerful when I went to Atlanta from Minnesota, my first time ever out of the state besides Chicago, because, you know, we are in Chicago. And I remember how I felt in Atlanta. I remember feeling like, looking around like, wow, Black people wear suits. Black people, like, this is real. You know, I knew workers. You know, our people work.
Yeah, it's real.
But to really see that, it was a culture shock for me, and it was so real. So I knew how powerful it was for me to see that. So I wanted to really give that to the girls. So we did it. We were able to take 10 girls on an HBCU tour. It was perfect. We went to, we started off in Tennessee. We drove to Alabama, and then
so let's slow it down, because people, we want to take people through this virtual tour, right? So let's just kick this thing off on where we landed at first. Tennessee State.
Yep.
All right.
We went to now you're gonna have me talk about all the schools we went to.
No, so, just you can name drop.
We went to Tennessee State. Oh my God, I am having a brain freeze.
It's cool. Shout out to Alabama A&M. I think
we went to
Alabama A&M. I'm gonna help you out. I got the list.
And then I was just about to say the school in Tennessee. I'm getting a brain freeze right now. It was super dope. It was in Nashville.
Not Tennessee State.
Dropped down in Tennessee State. We went to Meharry College.
Okay.
Medical college. We started the next day. This was 3 days.
Wow.
We did all of this in 3 days.
And that's what I was looking at. I mean, because you're right. I mean,
we
to keep up
moving.
Yeah, y'all were moving. And to keep up with the list of schools that you went to, I know it's quite difficult because, as you mentioned, in 3 days, y'all were like, I was trying to figure this thing out looking from afar. I'm like, are they on the plane? Because how do you go from Atlanta to Alabama to Tennessee?
Yes.
I promise you, I was asking people around me, like, yo, how far is Tennessee from Alabama? Then I go,
Yeah.
how far is Alabama from Atlanta? Because, or Georgia, because you was in Atlanta, Georgia. I think y'all went down to Morehouse.
Yep, we went to Morehouse, we
The,
went to Spelman, we went to Morris Brown.
Morris Brown, and
Oh
they
my
got the
God,
accreditation back.
I
Shout
know.
out to Morris
And guess
Brown.
what? $8,000 a
Yeah,
year,
that's cool. We need,
in-state or out-of-state tuition.
yeah, they're doing that. So if you're
And
looking,
that was so heavy with the HBCUs. Even when we went to Tennessee, and we had ended up going to, oh my God, I am so mad I'm
no,
forgetting
it's
the
all
name.
good.
But just the history
Yeah.
on each of these campuses
And I
and
saw
how it
you on the plot.
started.
Shout out to the Sigmas too, because you was
Yes,
definitely
the
shouting out.
plot. Yes,
You
and
was
then
showing the
even
plots too. I said,
it's like everybody knows the rules. Everybody know you don't walk on this.
you don't.
You know how like people say don't walk on my grass, and we walk on a grass. No, this
Yeah.
is real
This
out
is a
here.
real
So
thing. This is a
it's
serious
a
matter. Shout out to the AKs. It's a divine organization or group of people, and it was at one point called the Elite Eight, but we'll have an extra. Shout out to Iota Phi Theta made us Divine Nine because we were again previously the Elite Eight. So the Divine Nine family is one of those tight knit families as you saw on every campus. The
yes,
plot is very sacred. You can't walk on it, and it's a wonderful thing because whether honestly or not you're a Greek or not, you feel that love. You feel like that
absolutely. You
because
feel
again,
it.
it's a HBCU. So if you're black on that campus, you feeling good. But just let's go back because again, I jumped to the HBCU tour, and again, phenomenal job to you, sis. Cuz love you for doing that and recognizing that we need to make sure that these young people see the colleges in person and not just on TV, but they also see it at a young age because you didn't take high school seniors. You took some people that was just barely into what was the age range? I'll let you
Yep.
say. What was the age
We
range of the kids that went?
we had a seventh grader. So we
Wow.
had seventh grade, we had some eighth graders, we had a
Wow.
couple of ninth graders, and then a couple of 10th graders.
Wow. See what I mean?
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And
never too early.
yeah.
Never.
Gotta give them early. Shout out to one of my good friends and my alumni sister, Joy Matthews. She's the
Yeah.
CEO and founder of the HBCU Kids. She's also a sponsor. But I will say that what you do or what you guys are doing is certainly impactful. But I jumped into the HBCU tour because that's my lane. I got super excited. But
Yes.
want to go back, dial it back to the S.H.I.N.E and how that all started. So tell the people again. We gave a brief intro about S.H.I.N.E when we started this episode, but let's really break this thing down and unpack what's S.H.I.N.E, what it stands for, what made you start it, and what it all does for the
Yep.
people.
Yep. So S.H.I.N E, of course, stands for
Yay.
Sisters Helping in Neighborhoods Everywhere. I almost fell off the chair. Kind of. So yeah. But yeah, so S.H.I.N E stands for Sisters Helping in Neighborhoods Everywhere. And if you see it, sisters with the TAS, sisters. And our goal is to really, we really target girls from 6th to 12th grade. Of course, we for all of our girls, but we specifically want to target our Black and our brown girls. S.H.I.N E started as women just kind of getting up, and we kind of like a go out and kind of have lunch and drinks and just kind of talk about different things that it is to, be a Black woman in the world, be a Black woman, be a mom, be a Black woman in the workplace. And we really noticed a lot of things that women had, kind of built their foundation, started off as being a young girl. So that's kind of when we wanted to target the girls. And I started working at a high school in Oakdale, Minnesota. And initially, all the girls, I was a behavior specialist there. So all the girls cling, all the Black girls cling to me. I'm Black, they Black. I ain't too much older than them.
Right. They say we recognize.
So they recognized that. And I remember the principal coming in my office one day and say, hey, we got about 12, 12 girls that kind of are tight knit, and they meet with the social worker, they meet with the counselor, and they getting a little rowdy. We want to split them up, but we don't want to split them up. But it seemed like you got a connection with a lot of the girls. They were freshmen. And shout out to them. They all graduated this year. This was our start in 2019. So this is who we started with. So we initially started, I'm like, hold on, I do this outside of this job. Let's go ahead and contract and get some things going. So we initially started, like I said, after school there at the high school, at S.H.I.N.E High School in Oakdale. We had about 15 girls that had started with us. We would meet weekly. And the curriculum really focuses on self-esteem and self-empowerment. Take care of yourself, build yourself up. But then also the second part of the curriculum starts off with that community involvement. Take care of yourself, take care of your sisters, but then now also take care of the community around you. And then the third leg of the curriculum really focuses on the future aspirations and what is life like after school. Once you're done, are you college ready? Are you job readiness? What career are you interested in? So throughout the months of the curriculum, we really try to focus on having engaging activities. Our group always starts with grounding, kind of like a grounding meditation that we do with the girls, and it always ends with our queen chant, which is affirmations that the girls chant out as one. One person calls it out and they calls it back out, so it's pretty dope. And some of the things that they say is, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am enough, I'm perfect just the way I am, I'm strong, I'm smart. So really just building them up and showing them that as Black girls and Black women, we can be powerful together, and it's about us really breaking that curse and breaking those stereotypes that say Black women can't get along, Black girls can't get along. Because I was that Black girl in high school. I was fighting other Black girls. It don't always have to be competition. So we are really big on sisterhood. Help that sister out. Even if she's not your blood sister, but just understand that we're more powerful together.
Yeah,
we need to help each other.
Definitely.
You gotta start telling them young.
You're definitely more powerful together than you are alone. Certainly, the cliche is teamwork make the dream work. I know that's real cheesy, but it actually is the truth. And as again, I mean, sisters helping, in neighborhoods everywhere, shine. I mean, that in itself, the acronym kind of speaks to a lot of the footprints and the journey that you also have. And as you said that in the affirmation, they're calling out I am. And I think when you put whatever after I am is very strong and powerful. I mean, I am, that's a signature mantra, really, if you are going to affirm and certainly manifest something into your life and believe what you are is really followed by the I am. But Tierra, I certainly want you to acknowledge the I am that you have become in before all of this, and letting people know that you were at one point dealing with things and had some adversities and obstacles that you had to face in your life. But you said that I am going to still graduate. I am still going to be an entrepreneur. So kind of talk to us about, my viewers, I know the story, but in short, tell us how you were in one point in a federal prison and didn't think that you would probably be able to come home.
Yeah, absolutely. So I had, like I said, being a young girl, I was always smart in school, and I always did just enough to kind of get by. It was 5 of us, So I was the kid that never really had bad grades. So I was always able to kind of slide through the cracks. But fast forwarded, as I got in high school, I started like stealing and, take a item here. I always worked.
Stealing?
I had money. I was stealing, still taking clothes and t-shirts just cause. Well, when I was 18 years old, I had worked at the credit union. And I ended up selling some account numbers for a quick $1,000, 10 account numbers. Let me go ahead and make my little money. And when they approached me with it, I was like, I didn't do that. Haven't heard from them. I walked away from the job, never came back. 2012, actually 4 years later from that happening, from me at the bank, the federal agents come pull up to my school, asking me about the incident. So I'm just like, oh my God, like, I can't be going to jail. This can't be happening to me. I was young. I was 18 years old. I'm about 22 years old now. No way. But yes way. So when the feds come, they come, and 9 out of 10 times you go to jail. So I ended up being on house arrest for about a couple of years, and like my family, nobody, nobody knew I was going to prison. I knew I was going to prison for about 2 years before I actually went into prison in 2013. I was sentenced in 2013, and I ended up going in. Of course, with the feds, it takes a while to kind of get sentenced, and you got other defendants. So it took a couple years for me actually to get sentenced. I ended up doing 13 months in Waseca, Minnesota. It was a camp here, which I'm hella grateful that I was able to do my time here instead of getting shipped up yonder. But prison was a bittersweet thing for me because it really helped me find who I was. It really helped me be accountable. It really helped me take control of my life. It really helped me value time and understand time is of the essence. Like you really have to value time and what you invest your time and your energy into. So the work that I do in the community and with the girls is serving my purpose. Pain brings purpose. So it's serving that time. I'm putting time in to these young souls that are actually going to grow. And I may not hit everybody, right? You know that. We ain't going to be able to save everybody, but I'm going to save somebody. And I'm going to give something to someone that they didn't have that they can pass along, that was given to me. So that was my biggest thing. And I always tell the girls, you don't have to go through what I went through to get to where I'm at or beyond. You can actually learn from other people's mistakes.
For sure. And you are shining, for sure. I know it's an acronym, but you are definitely shining and coming out of that. And thank you again, Cuz, for sharing it. I don't know if you shared it publicly like you did it just now, but it really is somebody watching. It really is somebody that's going to be watching this episode tonight that's going to go, wow, because we drummed it up and talking all about your success and your continued success, but knowing that everybody got a story. And that's one of the really cool things about having this podcast, that you can bring on people that looks like me and you and maybe somebody else, but have gone through something that maybe you went through and you thought, wow, they gone through that and I guess they made it out, and they have the courage, or they have motivation outside of any adversity. They just have a motivational thought and mind and drive to just start their own business or to give service wherever they provide it. So absolutely, you're continuing to shine, and you're certainly somebody I say that's finessing the game for sure. But we said time. I don't want to steal your time and keep you away. I know you got to get up out of here, but before you get up out of here, each and every week on the Finesse Media Podcast, I ask my finesser, which is you, that person that's finessing the game, as I mentioned. But who's that person for you? Cuz who you say for you that's finessing the game? Who's that person?
For me, that is finessing the game is you.
No, please. It's enough episodes.
No, this is
Usually
real.
I sit back and let people say that, but it probably have been said enough. You can't use me. You can't use me.
I have to use you because, like I said,
I'm going to edit this out, people.
No, don't edit this out because this is real. Because I was just telling Pumpkin this.
There's other people.
No, I was saying that you go for it and you continue to go.
Yeah.
And that's motivation to me, even having my own business, to keep going.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't ever stop. Don't ever give up.
I appreciate that.
But if I would say someone, because you're telling you don't want me to use you.
Yeah, don't use me. Don't use me. I got another question too. So, come with it. Because I got another question after this.
I would say it is so many people. I just appreciate the people around me. Of course, our cousin Kashmir, like, this is like, this is my soul sister. So for her to even have her own business, just closed on her first house. And
for sure. Let's pause right there, because she did just close on her house, and shout out to Kashmir. Yes. But my next question, I'm putting a peg right there, because my next question is something that I'm also doing this season. While I'm going onto your Instagram page and your social media page, and I'm finding a photo or video or a status that you posted, and I want to share with you because I want you to then elaborate on what the photo or the status was all about. So let me show you what I found on your social media page, and you tell me what this photo is about. Yeah. We got to get up out of here, but I can't leave you without doing this one. So here's the photo. Tell me what it's about.
Oh my God. So that photo was at that now, you know, Kat, that's more than my cousin. So that's a sister. Our dad's his brother. They best friends, and we damn near best friends. That's just how it is. So that was at Cash's birthday party. I don't even know what year it was, but that just showed you how far we go back, like 2 flats on a Cadillac. We really go back, and just at that party, I even look at that picture like we just there, kids. I'm standing behind you. And you just having a good time because it was Cash's birthday party. So,
and she is finessing the game for sure.
Wow. And that's so crazy. Yeah. So that's amazing. It just shows you, like I said, just shows you priceless moments. It's about that time that we talked about, like really having those time and those memories with the people that means the most to you, and actually being able to go back and look. Wow, that's been my rollie since we was yay high. You know?
From diapers to diplomas is what I tell you.
Yes. Let's get it. And degrees.
And degrees. There you go. That's what I really meant to say. From diapers to degrees. And that's what we're going to continue to do as we support you, cuz, and all that you're doing for these fantastic young men, young women, young boys and girls, for sure. Continue to shine. And we're going to continue to support you. Let people know how they can keep up with S.H.I.N.E and how they can support your organization.
Yep. So, of course, we have S.H.I.N.E Girls Group on Facebook and S.H.I.N.E Girls Group on Instagram. We also have our website at www.weshinetogether.org. You can send donations on there. You can check out the things we have going on, the upcoming things that we have going on. And just always be able to tap in. Our next goal now is that we want S.H.I.N.E to be a Black Girl Scout. So we want to bring S.H.I.N.E everywhere. We want to make sure every girl deserves to shine. So we are really heavy on trying to get a space for that. We actually do 2 groups now, Tuesdays and Wednesday evening, where we are solely really providing, you know, those snacks for the kids, those supplies, and really trying to expand our network and be able to allow the girls more opportunities. So all donations are appreciated. You go on our website, like I said, weshinetogether.org, to get all the latest updates on what we have going on in the community.
That's what's up. You heard it. You have been introduced to the founder and CEO of the S.H.I.N.E Girls. And definitely, if you're in Minnesota, support this lady directly. That means be there, support, and, you know, give some physical strength. And if you're not in Minnesota, and if you're in Dallas, Texas, or if you're in Chicago, or if you're not in Minnesota, you know the website. You know how to support this queen. Cuz, thank you so much for joining me tonight on this episode. Continue to support those sisters, but support this girl right here, my cousin Tierra House. Welcome back. Welcome to the podcast. And also, she's the sponsor for this season. So thank you also for your sponsorship.
Thank you. Love you.
For sure, you guys.
The game.
This has been another edition of the Finesse Media Podcast. Join us again next week for the latest news from HBCUs. Special guest